Hi guys, this is going to be a short video. That's why I'm filming in my car, because I don't have much time at home. I'm on vacations, and so there is no place for me to be isolated and to really talk about it. I just recently finished Salvatore third book, The Two Swords, the Enters Blades trilogy. This is the third book on the series. The first one was the Thousand Orcs, and the second one was the Lone Drow. Drow, in this case. This is, it depends on who you talk. Some people might say that this one follows in the Legend of the Dritz, the first trilogy, the Crystal Shard, Streamers of Steel and Elflame Gem. Then there was Homeland, Exile and Sojourn. These were before the first three that were printed, but as R.A. Salvatore was writing the first three books, Dritz was not the main character. Wulfgar was. As he wrote more of the tale, Dritz became the main character as we know it. And then TSR, I believe it was the name of the company, and Wizards of the Coast. I don't know if Wizards of the Coast existed at the time, but it was the company behind it, asked him to write more books, and they wanted something Dritz, and therefore Dritz, he wrote a Homeland, Exile and Sojourn that follows the Dritz upbringing. And then afterwards there was 4 novel collection called The Legacy, Starless Night, Siege of Darkness and Passage to Dawn. These 4 books deal with the invasion of the Drow against Mitri Hall. It was very interesting to see it again, Dritz recollection and Dritz conflictions within. Afterwards, these 3 novels we follow Silent Blade, Spine of the World and Sea of Swords. These 3 novels don't focus as much as Dritz, but on the characters, mainly Wulfgar, one of them at least, 2 at least. Then there were these 3 novels. In between, he also wrote Servant of the Shard. This novel didn't follow, as the previous one, didn't follow Dritz. It follows Entreris, I believe this is his name, and Jarlax. And after it, he started writing these 3 novels. And after writing these 3 novels, he wrote 2 more novels that complete the trilogy of the Self Swords. Okay, Promise of the Witch King, and the other one I don't know the name of it. Sorry. What are these? So if you're trying to read now, I would advise after finishing Passage to Dawn and then the next follow series, the Silent Blade, the Spine of the World and Sea of Swords. Read the Self Swords before, and then read Enters Blades. I have not done that way because I'm reading in publication order, but for what I gather, it makes more sense due to the chronological aspect of the whole world. It's like these novels are after the incidents in the Self Swords, although they are not at all connected. Okay. What can I say about the Two Swords? Two Swords we follow Dritz as is grieving the death of Wulfgar, Bruenor and Catibri. He thinks that they died. He also has a companion and another elf, Inu de Viel. Sorry, I'm mispronouncing her name. That also has lost her other lover, and then they band together to fight Obuld. Meanwhile, Mitri Hall is on the verge of they were in the previous books, they were pushed back with Obuld forces to enter his to Mitri Hall, and basically they were sieged there. But now, as Bruenor has come alive again, with the help of Regis, they are trying to advance and not relieve, but to expel the orcs from Mitri Hall. In between, we have got some infighting inside the attacking hordes. Gertie, the Moonfrost, the Frost Giants leader, hates Hubald, and she's trying to everything to make him fall, because this war is not getting her nothing, and she is not in a position where she can do what she pleases. She's the leader of the Frost Giants because her father is in dead bed, and therefore she's just leading the troops. But unfortunately, the Frost Giant society is very different, and each one has their own agenda. In the previous siege, they've lost around 20 Frost Giants, and to them 20 is nothing comparing to the thousands orcs that died, or hundreds of dwarves and humans that died. But to Frost Giants, 20 is much more. I don't know why. Probably because they don't have that much children. They in terms of number of people, they are far less, of course, than the orcs that multiply continuously. And so she's trying to arrange some way to dispose of Hubald. But Hubald is very powerful. He has ascended to godhood, or at least what they think is Grumus godhood. But he has some armor that is almost impossible to hit. Dritz has been trying to Dritz is trying to kill the Hubald, and in the first time his two magical swords can't even enter his armor. So yeah, that's it. This book shines on what? What are these? The most important thing probably is the Bruenor trying to find a way to dispose of the forces. There was an interesting part where he deals with Alustriel, the Silver Moon lady, Lady Alustriel, another leaders from previous other places, and they tried to make a stand against Hubald, but each one has its own agenda. The trolls are advancing and so on, so they can't retreat. They can help Bruenor, or at least they are not able to do it, and Bruenor is very upset with that. And that part of the politics was very interesting to see how it works. It made me go grab another couple of books to read probably afterwards that regards Forgotten Realms. I really love the world itself, and as I read more and more books, although I've read only Dritz and a couple of others, I believe this is a good world, like Warhammer. I love Warhammer because not because each trilogy has their own book, each and characters, but overall the story, overall the plot, overall the politics, everything else is very interesting, and each book give something to the world. I don't play D&D, but I will play D&D, and if he knew this, they would grab more things like this world will give more flavor to the world that you are building and so on. So those parts were cool. The politics, they were very cool parts, and this is where Real Salvatore shines. It's on the battle scenes. He is very good writing action scenes and battle scenes. I've already said before in the Lone Row and 1,000 Orcs, when Drizzt battles 1,000 orcs, not 1,000 but hundreds, dozens of orcs, and this passion almost effortlessly, and this trilogy was very good, seeing the evolution between Drizzt as he has his turmoil in himself, like he is a drow but he is not, and he loves Catibri, but he doesn't want to enter. He doesn't want, no, he feels not unworthy to enter, because if he gets emotional or gets, she's human and she will die in 50 or 40 years, and Drizzt will live on, and this is something that is very interesting to see Real Salvatore talk about this connection between a drow that lives 1,000 years and a human, and there is very infighting in between him. Then there is his own guilt about killing an elf in the first novel that stick with him the 3 novels, and he can't really forgive himself. It was very interesting to see that. It was interesting as well to see Bruno falling and rising again. And what can I say about this novel as well? Well, the ending left me wonder, and I don't really want to read the next novel, in the Sellsword saga of Entreri and Zerlax. But one thing I didn't like it was, if I love Drizzt, I really hate him as well. I hate Real Salvatore tellings of him. He divides his book in 4 parts. Each part has a monologue by Drizzt, and that monologue is very cringe. Okay, I don't like it. He talks about something and it sticks with him, and sticks. He never lets go. Okay, and to me that's very upsetting.